Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? I hope we are good. I'm kinda doing alright. Basically, what had happened is, my boss had given me 2 weeks off work, just, burn through my holiday allowance before we get to Christmas, right? As retail does. And I was back in today, and when you go back to school, and you forget how to write? It's one of those. I'm looking at all my stuff in the office like, I don't know how make figures work. I don't know. But it's cool. We got over the first day, and we're back, and we're doing this. And I'm playing Eternal Darkness, because I love this game very much. Looking at it, we are about a third of the way through the game, and I know that the chapters get a little longer as the game goes on, so I don't think we're going to do it today. Maybe next stream. I don't know. We'll find out. I think that's about all I have to say in terms of announcements and stuff. So I'm going to go over to the game now. Hopefully this will still work. And here we go. I know, right? Devil Penguin? She's being mischievous and evil. Kind of like the... Well, I wouldn't say that the entities in this game are necessarily mischievous. Evil, definitely. But, she's up to something. And now she's just watching us and having a good time. So let's load the game. That font is called Burton's Nightmare. I'm sorry, I have to identify fonts. Okay, what are we doing? Well, we are exploring the mansion once again. At the end of the last chapter, we received a spell of Reveal Invisible. Why do I know this? I'll tell you why I know this. Elana Ray, hello. I know this because when I intended to do a Let's Play of this, come in. When I intended to do a Let's Play of this game, I included sanity effects in the videos. And one of them was I created fake loading screens for each video. But, some of them weren't loading screens. Some of them were evil screens. And I had to find out what that font was so I could cover it up. And that's how I know it is called Burton's Nightmare. So, we may have found this, or you may have noticed this, as we've been exploring the mansion. Well, how do we open this? I'll tell you how we open this. We go to the spell list, and we cast Reveal Invisible, which is what we recently collected in Max's chapter, the last one we played. Which reveals a keyhole. Amazing. Using the Reveal Invisible spell has made the keyhole appear. The dresser still appears to be locked, however. And this one's another little puzzle check to find, well, make sure that you found the dresser key. And inside we find a gun. Very important magical item. And a chapter page, A Journey into Darkness. And a flashback. I hate when I find those in chests of drawers.
Soon, the heart will be in our possession, my liege.
Never underestimate the power of Mantarok. Even in death, it corrodes all about itself.
It is unguarded. The presence of the corpse god causes fear in all who come near it. It has torn entire villages asunder and made the region uninhabitable. Only the foolish would venture near it.
Even so, what may be easy to take may be easily taken away.
Fear not. For centuries,
Fear not cracks me up every time. I'm so sorry.
All the time. Mantarok's essence never left the city temple, and with it located, we are one step closer to your freedom, Master.
Yes, yes. Make haste.
I don't know what it is with that video, but like, the framing kind of gives me the impression that Pius is like, he like puts the phone down and goes, yes, yes, make haste, you stupid turtle, you know what you're doing. That's what I get from that cutscene. He does do that, actually. There's not quite like that, but there's one variation of that scene where he says, "Oh, I'm really happy to see you," and if he has Zelototh as his deity, Zelototh calls him out and says, "You're lying." Everyone lies. It's great. The wallpaper in this section of the hallway is oddly marred, as though the wall it sits on is not even with the rest of the room. Now, we do know that there is a room in there. Max went in there when he went crazy and attacked his staff. But, like, we can't get in there. And the Reveal Invisible spell does nothing. But we know it's an object, because it's got hit sparks. Anyway, enough being a nerd. Let's read the chapter of the book and
the ancients' influence
get back
was
to what we're doing next.
incredible. From all walks of life to all parts of the world, their tendrils crept and wrought their insidious damage. Their prisons decayed constantly as their guardians' work continued. I discovered mention of a breakthrough in satellite radar imaging that revealed the presence of a hitherto unknown temple mound in the Angkor Thom region of Cambodia. An archaeologist of some repute, Dr. Edwin Lindsay, took it upon himself to investigate the area, to reveal the secrets of history. Unfortunately, the local government at the time thought differently, requiring that Lindsay find other means into the country and to
Those
finance
pencil
the
neck
expedition.
desk jockeys at the council are at it
He
again.
found these in Paul Augustine, a collector of rare items who professed an interest in the discovery and agreed to help. After a dysentery-riddled 2-week venture, Lindsay and Augustine located the remains of an ancient city temple dating back to the 12th century.
This is 1983 as well, so a fairly recent entry in the book's history.
This is it. It has to be. I hadn't expected the information to pan out, but here it is. The satellite data was correct.
For years, I have searched for it without success. Here, all along, clouded from us beneath the great ancient's insidious magic. I am very pleased with your performance, Dr. Lindsay. Very pleased. In fact, so pleased that I will give you an early bonus.
This is the Indiana Jones sequence. I love it. Like, you can just hear the Raiders March playing. It'd be great.
You are a scholar, Dr. Lindsay, not a warrior. In that regard, I have several centuries more experience than you. Don't be a fool. Die quietly. And you will not suffer. You cannot escape me, Lindsay. This place will be your tomb, just as it is Mantarok's. Guardians of Ulyav, kill him!
These guys, I am never entirely sure how to kill them. But, where is it? But we have a shotgun, so we should be fine. Good shout, Lana. Kill them by reducing HP to 0. Shotgun blast to the chest also seems to be doing a pretty good job of causing damage there. Weakness of a remarkable number of creatures, that close quarters shotgun blast. It's pretty great. What we can also do is we can finish off some of these guys. Just to get a bit of health, well, not health back, sanity back, because we're running remarkably low. Counter, oh, hello. Hope you're doing okay. It is a dreary, rainy Monday in England. Oh, cool. I'm just gonna reload this by hand. That's fine. Alright, come on. Very busy, but good. Well, not so happy to hear that you're busy. Glad to hear that you are good. We do like our friends being good in this channel. Yeah, there we go. A thick layer of dust obscures the tiles of the floor. Now, this is a pretty cool aspect of this chapter. Because we are an archaeologist, we've got an archaeologist's brush. And whenever we find a dusty area of some note, makes my controller rumble, which is one way of finding it as well. We're able to do a bit of archaeology and find something. A bronze bracelet has been discovered under the dust covering the floor. Rainy days are nice every so often. Today is the torrential downpour, which is great, except for when I had to go out in it. But it's fine, I was able to stay dry to and from work, so we're good. A statue of a seated goddess. Where her neck and wrists should bear jewelry, there are merely worn grooves and flecks of bronze dust. Had they been stolen by grave robbers? Well, let's give it back. And something else we can do with Edwin. There we go. Now we have a gun. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, and now we have magic as well. Let's go. I am remarkably happy to be in this. This accursed hallway. Alright, now we got magic as well. Just what you want. I wonder why that didn't do a very good job of taking down the zombie. What's up with that? Accursed, I say. Not as good as saying the library. An alcove carries an array of candles. They are arranged to reflect the time of day. Curiously, they are still lit. How is it possible? I really like that kind of thing. Like, there's just insidious elements of magic that... Oh, you can get out of here as well. Hang on. There we go. The problem is solved. And we have a metal bracelet. Nothing on that side, I guess. Okay. Hidden behind the strings of cobwebs is a carved stone tablet. Summon, it says. We've already seen a summon attack. That's what the Guardian did. Can I just... Can I just sneak by you and take that? No, I can't. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't think I have the spell required to get past that either, so we will have to come back. And very carefully... I was gonna say, very carefully not walk over the little pressure plates and trigger the traps. But I managed to avoid that last one completely accidentally. Let's pretend that I meant to do that and continue on. Nope, can't use that now. Okay, well, you can have the bronze necklace instead. I'm gonna go this way, because I really don't feel like dealing with that three-headed horror right about now. You can stay over there. A stone statue of a Naga, a snake-headed demon, stands guard in the corner of the room. A raised platform stands before it with a bracelet on it. Yeah, I knew I had to do something like that. We leave a fake one in its place, and through we go. Let's just sneak. I don't think I'm able to properly sneak across this one. It looks like you have to set it off. And... well, thankfully, the dart traps don't do a great deal of damage, because I had to take that one. And over here... there's something else to check out. Dispel. I wonder if I need to find the actual scrolls to cast... the required spells for this one. Give me 1 second. Let's enchant my shotgun, and hopefully these boys don't notice me. They've noticed me. Listen to that sound. That's an amazing sound. Steal a line from someone else. Sounds like God slamming his car door. I want that in the gun. Gun is currently empty. We got the important one. Now let's get far away from this guy before he explodes. Or just let him explode in front of us like a cool guy. Oh, hopefully nobody saw that. This design depicts humanity's fall into decadence, corruption, and ultimately oblivion. This is humanity's night. Our time. Do you know what? It makes sense that Edwin would say that, because Elia, who looked at it when it was comparatively new, she was a dancer, so she wouldn't have necessarily had the knowledge and training to look into it and to realize what that was. That's pretty clever, game. Well done. I wonder. Of course I can't load a weapon that's not equipped, because they have to run the loading animation. There we go. Let's just get that ready to go, just in case we need it later. We might. I don't remember. Probably do. Dispel magic. Oh, yes, that's the one that we need. And then this statue... Well, here we go. Hiding in the shadows, a statue watches over the room. A brief inspection reveals flecks of silver metal marring the statue's wrist and neck, possibly indicating that a decoration used to be there. Well, that one didn't do anything. So presumably we have to go and get the other thing that we found in the other room over here. And... Ooh. Ooh, I never noticed that before. People listening on headphones, do you hear that, like, thrumming sound in the background? I've never heard that before. That's pretty cool. Right. Dispel with the dominant element. And that's woken up this guy, which we didn't really want, but, I mean, we kind of did, because aim at the monster, please. That'd be great. And let's do a bit of that. Get some health back, why not? Yeah. Took a bit of a beating. But what we can do now is come over here and collect a silver necklace. Am I out of ammo? Why can't I reload that? Maybe there isn't a reload button. You have to just do it from the menu. Who knew? So Empirical Woodland mentioned if you want to do sanity effects for a video, just add some buffering frames. That was what I considered. I did one that was like, it rebooted the game, but into the wrong menu. So like, suddenly we were looking at like a PS2 instead of a GameCube. For one bit, I got my sister to do a bit of dialogue, basically just read my lines as I read them. That was a fun one. Oh, hi. I'm trying to remember what else I did. I don't know. I had a lot of fun being kind of silly with it. Weirdly, I remember what Beep Salt did when they played through this game on YouTube. For this chapter, they did all of their commentary in text format. Just get one of those back. And I want to say like an argument broke out or someone broke into the flat or something like that. But yes, for this chapter they did all their commentary in text format. I forget what else they did. Oh, I can tell you one thing I did as well. I replaced the... At one point you get the "Remember Me, Alex" phone call. I replaced that with the line "Dick Laurent is dead." Because, let me tell you, man, David Lynch films. You want a mind trip? Go and watch those. You raise a head, I ain't got a clue what's going on in that thing. Cancer Ope is now lurking. Continue lurking, friend. Have a good time with that. Ah, amazing. I'm so glad that I got the ability to, like, enchant my weapons. And now I can have dominant element attacks. And I can maybe break free, get caught out by it. Who knows? There's one that I did just remember. One thing that I did. I will mention it when we get there. But I added a few extra subtitles that weren't supposed to be there. That was a fun time. Ooh, now, let's talk about some lore. Everybody loves when I talk about the lore. Let's also heal up. So, you see this wall right here is a wall of yellow magic? This is actually an important bit of background storytelling. There is a fifth... Yes, I can count. There is a fifth ancient out there somewhere. Because we've seen the red, blue, and green ones. We've seen the purple/black one. Well, here's the yellow one. And it doesn't have any particular influence on the game beyond, like, acting as a gatekeeper, making sure you've got all the right equipment. It was going to be expanded upon in a later game. But, hey, you know Silicon Knights and their ability with creating trilogies. Not good. But you know what? That's actually what you want sometimes. A mystery is less scary when you explain it. I think it's an Alfred Hitchcock quote. The most interesting thing is a locked box or something like that. Whereas if you tell the player what's in it, it's not as interesting. Because if it's an unknown quantity, it could be anything, and your imagination runs wild with it, you know? A statue of carved granite, depicting a ceremonial temple god. It appears to be keeping watch on the seated goddess in the corner of the room. I vaguely remember this? Like, I want to say there's some trick to it. It's not just a case of stepping on the platform, making the guy turn around, and just running. Maybe it is. Give me that. Especially when it's an angry cat in the box. Or is there a cat in the box? Who knows? That is not a thing that I want to be in this room. It's not a fan of poison gas, let me tell you. Come on. There we go. Ooh, now then, this is part of an optional puzzle. And you bet we're gonna do it. Do love me some optional side content. It's particularly useful in this game, and we'll see why when we get there. Dispel magic. What is this room? Blue? Yes. So let's go green. I very specifically have it written down in my notes. Edwin has blank, just so I know not to skip it. Because what we're going for is something incredibly useful. And we will... Not cool, zombie. I was... Alright, that was cool. The Crusher Trap zombie kind of made up for it. I would like to take a brief moment to call out the cartoons of my childhood for making me think that that one trap where the walls close in and you get squashed in the middle, I thought that was going to be an ever-present threat. Or at least more of a threat than it has ended up being in my life. Same deal with scorpions and quicksand. I don't know. Cartoons prepared me for a much more adventurous life than the one I have ended up leading. What's up with that? Anything else in this room? No. Alright, on we go. Is that going to be a poison gas trap? No, it's not. That one is, though. Okay, I'm just going to quickly run through this dart trap and take a bunch of damage. And then I'll answer some questions. Have I seen the Blind Boy podcast on that? No, I have not. Why are you a horror? What is going on in this game? I can probably take you with the kukri, right? Nope. Get caught. Okay. That is a brilliant health spell game. Alright, sanity effect. I remember. Well, that may have actually screwed me over in the long run, because I think I'm just dead now. Let's pace around a bit. Get some magic back. Let's also go with a bit of that. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. I'm kind of... Jaded Mew, I'm on your side with that one. I'm glad I don't have to deal with quicksand. But like... kids' cartoons. I thought I'd have to deal with it. And... anvils. Like anvils falling out of nowhere. Chat, I almost healed. And I'm glad that I didn't. Because then I would not have had enough magic to cast the spell required to do this. Let us dispel magic. Blue. Yeah, see, Stereo Stream gets it. Anvils and pianos. You don't want any of that. And let's also do a bit of that. A dirt-encrusted necklace is hidden behind the cobwebs. Oh, this is what I remember. That's what I thought you had to do with the metal bracelet. We'll deal with that just now. Do you know what I'm going to do, chat? It's that thing that I never do. Bam! I'm going to save. There we go. So let that zombie deal with itself, because I'm fairly sure one of these is a poison trap. And I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Oh, no, there it is. This is fine. Right, now. I need to find a very particular piece of architecture in this temple. And I don't remember where it is. So let's keep exploring and see if we can keep going till we find it. These guys just never learn. They keep spawning in on top of the pressure pads and getting themselves blown up. Aha, here we go. There's a small basin or font situated beneath the statue. Beneath that, an orb-shaped button sits on a panel of stone. Well, let's not push the button right now. Let's put the necklace in the basin first. Now we push the button. This water smells like a strong acid. Perhaps strong enough to dissolve metal, or flesh if Lindsay isn't careful. But what do you know? It melted away the dirt around this necklace, and now we have a golden necklace. I forget what you do with that. Right, Q! Also, hello! How are you today? I hope we're doing great. I'm doing pretty good. It is Monday, so I'm doing the best I can for a Monday, but yeah, I'm doing okay. There appears to be a hole in the wall. It is large enough for a small dog to pass through. So this is what we unlocked by doing those 3 little damage fields. Nothing we can do with it right now, though. We will have to come back at a later date. It's not going to be you, because I just stole the thing from you. I wonder if this is the point I have to go down. I know that at some point you have to take the stairs. And it might be this point. Oh, Wales, hello! Thank you very much for the glitter. I know everybody everyone should appreciate glitter at the very least. You're finally here. Well, that's good. I'm glad you were able to make it. I know you're not overly a fan of the horror games, which is what we do on Mondays. But it always makes me smile when you are here. And I am doing okay. It's, for people who missed it, it was my first day back at work today after a couple weeks off. It was a bit surreal being back in the building and doing my job again. But I am getting comboed by blow darts. Let's not do that. But it was good to see people again. Only very minimal fires to put out in the job that is normally done by me and had to be done by somebody else. Like, okay. I am dead certain. Oh, is it here? Okay. Hiding in the shadow, a statue watches over the room. Gold flecks of metal mar the statue's wrist and neck, possibly indicating that some kind of adornment used to be there. I knew there was a route down. And, yeah, Cradle over here was like, I really want to bother you, but I know you got work to do. I'd much sooner bother you.
How can I forget you, Grandpa? You've always meant the most to me. Ever since my parents died.
Yes. I Ever since they were killed, you've been my little girl. Yes, my little girl.
This can't be happening.
Honestly, I'm a fan of either of us bothering the other. It makes the day go by a lot faster. And it's something that I miss when I am forced to be at work. I really enjoy just pestering my friends. Hello, you are a horror. Let's not deal with that right now. Are you gonna go down? Please go down. Quickly, dagger! It's not a dagger, it's a kukri, but that still counts. There we go. And we're fine. Now we're starting to see slightly more familiar territory. We have been in corridors like this one, perhaps this very one, as, well, other characters in the game. You recall Elia came down this corridor? There is a sanity effect that I'm gonna mention it. Hopefully it won't be spoilers because I don't think the game's gonna run it. It's possible to come into this room upside down, and it's really striking because you've got this little face thing looking down on you and breathing fire, like kinda scary. And you know what? I am going to mention this because I'm going to equip that and I'm going to reload it. And that's going to be the last of my ammunition. Oh no. And now I'm going to mention this. I think it's pretty cool that various groups of my friends are interacting with one another. It takes a while for my brain to necessarily get to that. This one is a codex for creature. How about that? I wonder, can we do that thing now? No, we can't. Okay. It takes a while for my mind to adjust to it, because I tend to be very compartmentalized, and like, this group of friends exists over here, and that group of friends exists over there. But no, everybody being here and everybody hanging out, I like that. I think that's super cool. Lady Zelatoth, hello. We took a poll, and I'm very sorry we went for Ulioth. This is a blue run. But, like, that is a super cool name, let me tell you. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, we took a poll. I kind of wanted to do blue, because that's... See, I thought red is the hardest difficulty. Because it takes a while to get healing by doing that. Or, like, health healing. This is fine! It takes a while, yeah, it takes a while to get your health healing by doing that. And we go. And generally speaking, well, I'm guessing from your name you know the mechanics. But when you run out of sanity, it starts draining your health. It doesn't do that if you lose your magic. Empirical Woodland, what? You set up the chat. No, you set up the poll. I set up the chat because it's my channel. You set up that poll and you gave me the solution slash the answer that we picked. And that's why I went blue. Or maybe the whole thing was imaginary. This whole game does seem to have a bit of a thing going on with the mind games. I deserved that. I definitely deserved that. Here's me laughing at the black zombies walking straight into that, and I go for it as well. To answer your question, yes, I have played this before. This is... well, as you may see in the stream title, we're playing on original hardware. This is my actual GameCube. And we're playing with my actual save file from when I was younger. I'll cover a little bit of that. Yes, my actual save file from when I was younger, and it is 100% save file. So we're going to do that other thing that you can only do with a complete save file. So we'll see that when we get to it. It's one of those games where I thought, do you know what? I have not played this game for quite some time, and I just want to. So let's play it. It's one of the benefits of being the streamer. I just do what I want. Within reason. Although on that, right, I sent a message to another streamer because I know they intend to do this game fairly soon. And they've gone through great lengths to actually get it. And I'm like, hey, what's the protocol for this? Like, is it considering cheating if I like do it before you? And they were like, no, Twitch protocol is just play whatever you want. It's great. And that's a very I came into Let's Playing in 2009 attitude, you know? You can't do that one game because someone else has already done it. But yes, exactly. The best reason, just because you wanted to. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but we got a Summon Trapper spell. Oh, and I can cast it. This is good. And see, this is the bit of the optional puzzle that I always forget that I have to do. Is there a zombie there? Yes, there is. There we go. Right. Unfortunately, we have to do a little bit of backtracking, but it's worth it. Let's try and avoid some of these blades. And head back. And also heal. Nope. Okay, cool. I'm never entirely sure what pressure plate activates what trap. Well, to be fair, I can see why a lot of people would miss this bit, because it's a fairly substantial amount of backtracking you have to do, and it's not immediately obvious that this is a puzzle you... Well, you don't have to solve it, but a puzzle that you can solve. But on my stream notes, I even have it underlined over here, like, go do the thing. Empirical Woodland has redeemed show and tell. You can't set fire to that guy. That won't work. What I'm going to do, I'll do the usual thing. We'll get to the end of this chapter, and then I will do show and tell. How does that sound to you? I hope it sounds good, because that's what we're doing. Well, you know, sometimes when moderators bother the streamer, the only sensible option is to equip a torch and just set them aflame, you know? It's a rational reaction to a stimulus. What are you talking about? Now I've got to find where that panel is. I can create commands, just not on the fly like you can. I have to take the boring route and actually go to the widget page and like type it in by hand. Like it's the 80s and I'm coding a game. Which was how we used to do it back in the day, and that's how we liked it. That's a lie. Nobody liked doing type-ins. I keep falling into that trap. And I kind of feel like at this point I've lost my ability to mock the zombies for having done it, because I just ran straight into that. And I have nobody to blame but myself. Actually, there's a point. This is completely unrelated to Eternal Darkness. Empirical Woodland, you've mentioned having a spectrum. Did you guys get the type-ins in magazines? Alright, there's the panel, but we're kind of being swamped by poison gas right now. So we will come back to that. Alright, let's go do the thing. I didn't know that happened. Look at that. Coded by hand like the 1880s. I want you to know I'm giving you a very disappointed look right now. 1880s? Sir. Right. So, we got the Summon Trapper spell. So let's do that.
Tear Parattack Celadon.
A trapper has been summoned. Press A to trap an enemy when it is targeted by using right trigger, and press the start button to release control. Now, with a trapper, we can go through this little hole over here. And we can ignore these guys. This is fine. And we can do that. I forget how to get through this bit. But, oh, no, I don't. I remember how to get through this bit. Can I get rid of you? No, I can't. But, having come through the little hole there with the trapper, and solving the little puzzle, Oh no, game. Game, have you bug? No, we haven't. Secreted inside the alcove, a rune awaits. Its energy is silently corroding the air around it. What could that be? I do wonder. Yeah, that's how you get through there. I remember now. I thought it was like... use the trapper. Actually, let's ignore you. And ignore you. Which will allow us to pick up this guy. That rune is Manta Rock. The jaded Mew, it's true, but you didn't have to say it. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run away from this monster. Right into the trap again. That's fine. I'll show you why. Okay. So, let's cast Recover with the Manta Rock rune. We can now use that as a spell alignment. Which restores health and sanity. Isn't that cool? And then every time you cast a spell with the Manta Rock rune, it does something slightly different than what you're expecting. There are some spells where it doesn't work, like you can't summon a Manta Rock Trapper, for example. But, yes, as Lady Zelatoth in chat has pointed out, we're playing a game of rock, paper, scissors, shotgun, and Manta Rock is shotgun. It beats everything. It costs a little more mana to cast those spells, but generally speaking, the effects are definitely worth it, because... well, we'll see when we get a few more spells and a few more, like, weird bits of trickery that we can do with it. Suffice to say, we have it, and it's the best one. And, as I mentioned before, it's a little bit of... it's a lot of backtracking, let's be honest. But it's absolutely worth doing. And you can see why people might not do that, because it's... what's like 2 or 3 optional puzzles that you may not know even exist. Worth it, though. Definitely worth it. Right. Now we can continue with the level. Why are these running? I feel like I've just run back into the same room as before. Maybe that's just the game doing its thing. Once again, mind games. And Criddle has redeemed a compliment. Your compliment is... it is incredibly easy to be myself around you, and you don't know how much that is appreciated. Because generally, I feel like it's hard for me to do that with people, and not so with you. That's cool. Just get comboed by blades. It's fine. It's fine! This is fine. Manifest destiny and all that. Let's go! I'm so glad you like the blushing emote. That's the best one. And I've said that to Goldfish Teeth when they made it. Like, I really appreciate that they drew it on stream. And I super appreciate that it's just the best one that they've done so far. All of their emotes for this channel are great, but that one in particular, like, mwah, I chef kiss.
is not easily controlled.
What makes you think I want to control it?
I mean, we seem to do a pretty good job of it with the alignment that we picked up.
Make sure you succeed this time. The darkness shall prevail.
Oh, and that's one of the things I was going to do in my video if this was pre-recorded. At this point, I was just going to fade in the music from Aztec Challenge, because I really like the music for Aztec Challenge. Sentinel 6, thank you very much for checking in. Thank you very much for the nice compliment as well. I'm glad you're having fun. But yes, lurk away. I hope you're having a good day, even though it is Monday. Was there any music in the Aztec zone, or was it
Do
just
not touch the heart, flesh, and bone.
the standard Crystal Maze music?
The dead, rotted husk. I have waited many centuries for you. It was not easy hiding from the Dark Ones as they searched for me. At first they passed by, not thinking that the heart was inside my dead body. But I was forced to find refuge here. You must seal the heart so it never contacts your flesh, and take it to the gathering of light. Take the heart there, or the world shall fall under a reign of eternal darkness.
She said the thing, chat.
The veil of reality can only be pulled back so far, mortal. Take your stand and fight the darkness.
I like the idea that Lindsay would turn his actual story into a pulpy novel and, like, potentially fictionalize it, make people less likely to believe that the demons are coming. I like that. My favorite level is Max Roivas, because it is based on one of my favorite Lovecraft stories. But having mentioned the soundtrack, I also like the soundtrack to that level. It's called Black Rose, and it's amazing. Hi. Alex discovers a pulp novel written by one Dr. Edwin Lindsay amongst the books on the shelf. This is where the Tome of Eternal Darkness indicated that something of value was hidden behind this book. Shall we look behind the book? Yes. With the book removed, a secret cache is revealed. Inside is the heart of Mantarok, encased in glass, to protect the world from its corrosive energies. Shall we claim the heart of Mantarok? Let's do that. And that book just went back over there, I guess. Cool. I kind of forget what we need to do next. Oh, no I don't. No I don't. Because we got the Dispel Magic spell. And with it, we can go over here. because we could find this guy hanging out. Basically as soon as we came into the mansion and gained access to the second floor. And if we examine it, the stained glass depicts a glowing medieval maiden, luminous even with the faint light of the setting sun. The maiden clasps a piece of parchment in her hands. The window gives Alex a strange feeling, almost as if it is magical and not really there. A glowing field of energy protects the window. I'm just going to keep quiet for a bit because you hear that thrumming sound. We've heard that before. That was surrounding the horror in the temple. So if we dispel magic with the dominant rune, I stretch a little bit. As the magical window fades away, the piece of parchment that the maiden was holding is left behind, floating in midair. It appears to be a chapter page called Heresy. Something I like is that is an actual spell that you can learn. Not to this extent, but you can work out what he's doing from the runes he is invoking. That's pretty cool.
I am not your food today. I am your master. Your task is to guard the artifact before you. Let no one touch it.
Just gonna give you a bit of a spoiler, chat. That thing is like the run ender. Before we actually start this one, I'm gonna turn to you, chat. Lady Zolotarth, what is your favorite chapter? Broadly speaking, if we haven't gotten to it already, because I'm fairly familiar with the game. I can't speak for the rest of the people here. Probably Max 2. That is a solid pick. You stop that. You see that? You stop that. Yeah, you'd better behave.
In Europe, during the time of the Inquisition, paranoia and corruption ran deep. With the fear of devilry running rampant, the ancients' corruption extended far beyond mortal knowledge, corrupting all that could be corrupted.
Enjoy your lunch, dear. See you soon.
My researches uncovered an interesting incident. A Franciscan monk named Paul Luther was traveling through the region of Amiens during the witch hunts of the Inquisition. Now, under martial law, the Inquisition prevented anyone from leaving the town and its nearby cathedral, for everyone was suspect.
Welcome to Oubliette Cathedral, Brother Luther. I'm glad that our sacred order can bestow hospitality on our Franciscan brethren.
I shall not impose, Excellency. I merely request lodging and a viewing of the sacred relic, the Hand of Jude.
Hey kids,
Many
it's
have traveled
TV's
far
Paul
and
Iding.
even risked their lives for a glimpse of the hallowed relic's true splendor. Of course, it would be wise to keep quiet during your stay. The Inquisition is here for a reason, brother. We seek to purge the deviancy from this town.
I am sure that will not be a problem. Amiens appears to be a peaceful hamlet.
It appears to be.
But deviancy is secreted in the most deceptive places, which I believe is the case with Amiens.
Then I wish you luck in your search.
The Inquisition does not need luck, Brother Luther. Faith and purity are our guides.
Faith and purity and an almost fanatical devotion to the Pope. I'm not doing that bit, but you know I'm thinking it. So yeah, this guy is voiced by Paul Eiding. You may have noticed, except that I was talking over it, which kind of makes sense because this game actually has a lot of Metal Gear Solid voice work in it. David Haight is in it, and Cam Clark, and Kim My Guest. Most of the cast from that game are in this game in various capacities. It's pretty cool. And it actually shows up as well in the GameCube version of, I want to say, Twin Snakes. Because Silicon Knights worked on that. And also they included images of Eternal Darkness in that game.
Come quickly! A murder! A murder most foul! What heresy is this?
I found him lying here, dead. I called the guards.
Is this our first suspect? Make sure no one touches the body. It must be examined for signs of devilry. As for this man, make sure he doesn't leave the cathedral. We will question him later.
But...
Hold your tongue, Franciscan, or it might bring my wrath upon thee. Who is to say that you did not commit this murder? If you trust in the Almighty, and you are indeed innocent, then you will have nothing to fear.
The door is locked. Luther is being held under arrest, waiting for judgment and trial at the hands of the Inquisition. Wait, do I have anything? I think that heals me. Let's find out. Oh, using it will regain some lost sanity. Well, that's nice. That's a nice thing to have. Especially, well, we have a fair amount of sanity. The painting captures Paul's attention. A small emerald disguised as part of the painting glints in the candlelight, as though it has some value beyond being a precious gem. Can I just take that? Apparently, yes. Amazing.
Are you here to pass sentence on me?
No, I'm here to free you. You are in incredible danger. This cathedral used to be a place of peace. Now many strange things happen here. I don't want you to end up like the others.
What do you mean?
The body you found was Brother Andrew, and he was killed to protect a secret. We can't talk about it here. Find me in the bell tower later, and I shall aid thee further.
Why are you releasing me?
I don't want to see another innocent die like your Franciscan brethren. I have seen Brother Andrew make numerous entries into his journal. This may contain the answers to the cathedral's dark secrets.
What can I do?
If I were you, I'd run.
They will surely hunt me if I run. This has to stop.
Then be it on your own head, Luther. Find Brother Andrew's journals if you can. He spent time in the old tower investigating. I believe I can find the key to the old tower in one of my stores. Later, come find me in the bell tower, and I will give it to you. Be swift. We can't evade them forever.
So, while we're going through, Paul said that he was here to view the Hand of Jude, a sacred relic. That is not a sacred relic in the way that, for example, nails from the cross or the body of Mary, for example, are considered holy relics. But, fun thing, Jude is a book in the Bible, and it's the shortest one. It's like a page long. I remember that from the notes I made for this game years ago. Oh, I like that emote. Look at that. It's fine. That's me. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Can I just go to the bell tower now and speak to that guy? Let's find out. And you know what? I have to imagine what this would do to a person. I don't have any weapons, do I? No, I don't. Alright, well, let's run from that guy. Do you know what? I have made a mistake. Because I said that I was going to do show and tell after the previous chapter. And I think that I'm going to do that now to make up for that. So, if you'll bear with me a second, I'm just going to pause my game and we'll go do some show and tell. See? That's me pausing my game. Today's show and tell is this guy. It's a little teddy bear holding an American flag heart. Reason being, somebody just wanted to get me a gift to show that they were thinking of me. And the little note that came with it said, "Here is an American bear hug just for you." And it's really, really cute. And I like that they thought about me enough to just send it over. So, fairly short little explanation and show and tell today. There's no big involved backstory behind this one. It's just somebody wanted to get me a nice present and they did. But here is this, and this one lives next to my kitchen. And it's something that you just sort of look over and there it is. Especially when I'm cooking, which is what the bear and the person who got me this bear, that's what I'm reminded of as well. Cooking, and very nice cooking as well. And that's it for today's show and tell. And now we're going to go to this one, and we're going to go back to the game. This is substantially less nice than a cute teddy bear. Is this the bell? Yeah, this is the bell tower. Paul is nervous about ringing the bell, fearing his own capture. It is the custodian's task to ring the bell at appropriate times. Perhaps he will be by later to ring it. Should Paul ring the bell anyway? Yeah, let's ring that bell. I feel like there has to be a slightly more subtle way of doing espionage. I also like that very obvious, like, video game NPC pathing. Hi, Paul. Stop looking at me. Kind of creepy that you do that.
Ah, Brother Luther, not a moment too soon. As you have noticed, dread things inhabit this place. Shambling corpses, and worse.
There is darkness at work here, in the midst of the Inquisition.
I suspect it is worse than that, but I have no proof. Brother Andrew knew this also, and paid the price for it.
Why are you telling me this?
Perhaps you can finish off what Andrew started. Take this key. It unlocks the old tower. It has been sealed off since the Inquisition arrived.
I intend to uncover the truth behind this.
If you manage to uncover the source of darkness, return here, and I will do everything I can to help. Till then, brother, may your faith protect you.
I gotta tell you, chat, I feel personally called out at the idea that they included someone called Andrew, who, like, started a bunch of stuff, never finished it. I know it is the most impersonal thing. That zombie's still there, bye. It's the most impersonal thing, but I can't help but feel called out. I think I've just remembered the weapon that Paul gets. And I remember it being a pretty good one, but I do not remember where it is. Let's find out. As someone with a somewhat more common name, how much do you react when you hear your name in media? Asks the Jaded Mew. Well, like just now, I'll play it up for the stream, but otherwise it's just like, there it is. It was more of a thing in school. Like, if there was, like, the dumb idiot sidekick who happened to have the name Andy, then that would be something that I didn't like because the other kids would pick up on that. Ooh. That is not the weapon that I remember Paul getting. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. The woodcut shows an act of blasphemy. A host of demons prey upon humans like they were playthings, disemboweled by mocking demons, eaten or tortured by other carnal, deviant acts. I'm not going to go down there. I'm fairly sure down there is progression. I want to get this other thing that I'm thinking of. Ooh, can I have a history lesson? Empirical Woodland. Why was the crossbow banned by the Catholic Church? Playing the organ is a daunting challenge for someone like Paul, who has no musical talent. Paul could probably play the organ if there was some music to play. Also, I appreciate that sounds like the setup to a really good joke. Why was the crossbow banned by the Catholic Church? But, like, no, actually, why was that? The altar is bereft of holy adornment. No crucifix, no Bible, no sacrament of any kind. Paul is disturbed by this sight. What faith does the order practice? Because the power of the crossbow allowed an untrained peasant to kill a knight with ease. Fair enough. The cathedral's tabernacle is fashioned from aged, varnished mahogany. Its doors are closed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening them manually. I know that, or at least I know the story of, longbows. I think it was longbows were considered unsporting because I want to say the Welsh got really, really good with them. Well, I don't like that. Let's just go. They're probably fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. Although I suppose the story of banning the crossbow because it gave the peasants too much power, that seems pretty on brand with how things were going about that time. Ooh, hello. A book of reliquaries. This is the Forgeries of the Reliquaries, dating back to the late 13th century. Exquisitely illuminated and bound in hard leather. It reads: Doubtless, many obscure orders requiring more income than can be garnered from the tithe resorted to forging ancient relics to bring people from outside their region to their diocese, and thus become more lucrative. While it could be said that a false hope is still hope... What was that? Was that Martin Luther said that? While it could be said that a false hope is still hope, relics such as Cuthbert's jawbone, the hand of Jude, and the infamous thigh-bone flute of Connaught, while being forgeries, deceive the righteous unjustly. Their existence as true relics is the utmost heresy. But no, I know that, for example, people were kind of against the printing press because then people could read, and you can't get that kind of education to just anyone. What are you talking about? There you go. Near the organ, a steel mace is mounted on the back wall by means of a display armature. This is the weapon that I remember Paul having. And I seem to remember it being a pretty good weapon, all things considered. We should immediately unequip it and go to the crossbow. Get out of here. It was unbanned during the Crusades as they found it was more useful and faster than longbow when fighting the Muslim Saracen raiders who were tearing apart the Crusaders. Well, there we go. Not only are we learning things on my stream, a rarity, but we are learning roughly period-appropriate things. The medieval zone. It's all like... It's all one period of time, right? It's not like... Like it spans many centuries. I should read this. A wine cask used for maturing wine. The wine in this one must be very strong, for it seeps through the cask, filling the air with a heady aroma. And this is why we're checking everyone. Knocking on this cask reveals a hollow thud. It is empty. But why when all the others were full of maturing wine? Let's turn the spigot and find out. Spigot is a word that I am not entirely comfortable using. Somebody pointed out to me once that it feels like it should be an insult, even though it isn't one. And... was that thunder like ambient thunder, or is there a monster in this room? I don't know. Basically, somebody pointed out that it sounds like it should be an insult, and I can't shake that out of my head, because actually, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Now, you may have noticed from the health bars here, Paul does not have a particularly high amount of health. Why would he? He's a monk. He's generally going to be having a more, like, sedentary lifestyle, as opposed to Edwin Lindsay, adventurer. So I'm going to give myself a bit of an edge, and I'm going to enchant my weapon. And now... we're going to go deal with this guy. And this is what I was mentioning in the previous stream. If you take a listen, Zelototh enchanted weapons whisper as you use them, and that's great. It's like your sword in Castlevania that says Verboten. What does the alignment do in terms of the enchanting, asks the Jaded Mew. Well, so currently my weapon is enchanted with Zelototh, the green magic. This makes it... let's go over here to my spell list. So, enchanted with green magic. This makes it strong against blue magic and weak against red magic. Or, strong against blue enemies and weak against red enemies. And you can also do the same thing with red, which becomes strong against green, weak against blue, and blue, which is strong against red, weak against green. And purple, which is strong against everything. I'm really, really glad that I picked up the purple rune. A shield spell. Amazing. Yes, most enemies are blue because we picked the blue alignment at the start of the game. We did. Empirical Woodland is lying to you if he says anything else. Hi. So this bit always got to me when I was younger, and even now. Anthony is still here. Like, just because the chapter ended and the story has continued, no, he's still just hanging out, trying his best to, like, protect Emperor Charlemagne, even though he's long dead, and there's nothing for him to do like that. I don't know. It always struck me as being particularly sad. This is probably my tutorial to equip the shield, Andy. But you know me, I won't be told. Maybe I'll equip it now. Yeah, look at that. That was way more useful than just wailing on him. I forgot that I got that sword. Let's equip that. Yeah. Something has just occurred to me. Why would Paul need to learn Anthony's story? Because presumably he already knew it, having picked up the book? Oh, hi. That is also something else that happens with equipping various enchanted weapons and items and spells. Some sheet music. Amazing. Enemies that are strong against your alignment can just get rid of it. I forget the specific mechanics behind that, but if, for example, a red monster can just get rid of a green shield, it's generally not something you're going to need to pay attention to unless you're using these spells constantly, but it is something to be aware of. A bewildering array of books and tomes sorted neatly onto a set of shelves. Mostly books of a religious nature, awaiting scholars such as Paul to peruse their contents. But let's not. Ooh, actually though, I remember what that... There's the door. I remember what this music gets us. So let's go over here and play this organ, which I thought was verboten for monks, but hey, what do I know? By means of bellows and pump, the pipe organ is able to play deeply moving music. It has the power to inspire faith and to influence hearts beyond the control of the mind. Should Paul play the organ? Yes. Pardon me while I look at my controller. Paul's got some talent, listen to that. That is way beyond anything that was written on that sheet music. But in doing that, we've unlocked this guy over here. That's the pulpit. Let's not go in there. We've unlocked this guy over here. The tabernacle is almost empty. There are none of the things that should be there, such as holy water and other ritualistic items. Only a circle of power lying on the lower shelf. And while we cannot do this now, we have the ability to create slightly more powerful spells. But as you can see from the rune list, we're missing the spell that lets us power it up. So we will get to that. Actually, is there anything in here? A simple podium and lectern provides a platform for a priest giving a sermon to his congregation. There is a drawer recessed inside it. Nope, it's locked. Okay. I forget what is in there. I forgot that you opened it in this chapter. The rack carries robes and cloaks for ceremonial use. As Paul draws the robes back, something tumbles from inside. Oh, well, there you go. Let's go and find out. Let's go find out what that is. I'm going to say just crossbow bolts. Let's find out. Oh, it's another letter. Useful. Let's read those. The Diary of Brother Andrew, page 1. I have finally arrived at Amiens, and my pilgrimage to see the Hand of Jude draws to a close. I cannot wait to lay eyes upon the sacred relic. My journey here has been arduous, and it shall be good to relax for a while in this peaceful village. Amiens is full of good people, strong in their faith and their role in our world. If the blight of witchcraft is present in this world, then I doubt it is in Amiens. Page 2. I suppose it is understandable that they will not show me the Hand of Jude on such little notice, but I must confess that the preparations they make are most unusual. No acts of consecration, no daily prayer or worship are demonstrated by this strange order. One wonders if they are holy at all, let alone being in the auspices of the Grand Inquisition. Perhaps it is my naivety of our faith. There are many practices associated with it, and they differ greatly from region to region. Perhaps Amiens is merely more eccentric than others. What do you mean the darkness is coming? Where? You're having a laugh, mate. Usually that means that there is a monster in the room and you're gonna have to go fight it. I guess not. Well, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go downstairs and then I'm gonna save. How you like that, game? There we go. Yes, I remember there being something pretty terrible through this door. So let's just back out and get the weapon ready. What was that one? Red? That was red. So we go blue. And I touched on it a little bit. Well, I outright explained it in the last stream. But for those who do not remember or who missed it, the way it goes is, wow, that guy just took me down in a single hit. The way it goes is, the blue one is wisdom, the red one is strength, and the green one is insanity. And the way it works is, insanity works really, really well against the one that is all brain, but doesn't work at all on the mindless, the red one. Meanwhile, the story of brains over brawn means that the smart one is able to take down the tough one. There we go. And then there's Mantarok, who just plays by his own rules. He's a cool guy. Okay! I'm so glad we were able to do that. And that got us a sapphire. I sure hope that's worth it. Wow, that looks really weird the way that's rotating. Did anyone else see that? I shouldn't have done that, because now I don't get my sanity back. Oh, game. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. This pedestal has 3 small indentations adorning its top, arranged in a circular formation. Each socket appears to be waiting for something. Well, we got the 3 gemstones. And this is a motif we've been seeing throughout the whole of Eternal Darkness, is that these are the 3 colors that keep showing up. I'm gonna heal up before I go down there. You bet I am. And okay, cool. I've literally never used that item before. I thought it was going to do the recover sanity spell. I didn't know he actually meditated. Look at that. Hello, wife. Welcome back. How was lunch? I hope you had a good time. We're a monk now, and we're not doing super great because he's not very good at combat. Just gonna save after that fight. We did it. It'll be fine. It's fine. Okay. I wanted to use the finishing move, game. Don't send me through the door. Incidentally, this is also something that kind of got to me with this portion of the game, is that now they start introducing tiny zombies. And I don't like the implications behind none of that. Thank you very much. There is a sanity effect which implies you are... Look at that! 3-hit combo! There is an insanity effect that implies you are attacking people, because they die in the same way as if you attack humans rather than monsters. But, no, I don't like including the tiny zombies, thank you very much. Also, cute little touch, this little friendly statue here, not only is he watching us wander around, this guy shows up in the Roivas estate. He probably seen him in the second story hallway next to the bathroom. Isn't that? Yes, hello? Yeah, Empirical Woodland. It is essentially they look like monsters to you. But actually. I forget why or if I need to fight these guys, but screw it, they're here, let's go. Man, you can take my insanity down. I don't care, I just get it back. Like this. And that's the end of me. How about that? This is one reason why I tend to save a lot in Paul's chapter. I'm not very good with this non-combat oriented character, given that my general role in a game is to just rush into combat. Paul has perished at the hands of the eternal darkness. With none to stop their diabolical plans, humanity will surely be annihilated. Look at that happy skull on the desk. They're just really happy to be here. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, you'd best not make me cut through all these corporate logos. Oh, game. That's my punishment for losing. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's maybe take a slightly more sensible approach to attacking these monsters, which is to say, don't, maybe. And also save. Thank you very much to JW for the reminder to save, maybe. I knew what I was doing when I commissioned that emote. Will I ever learn to save on my own? Probably not, so let's just give my chat the opportunity to tell me to do it. It's fine. Now, there are... We know this. There are... blue zombies through this room. So let's come at them with this insanity blade. Which sounds like a really cool game. I would play the hell out of a game called Insanity Blade. That's like some PS1 game that time forgot, you know? Insanity Blade sounds like one of those really raw pixel art indie action platformers that people make now. Do you mean along the lines of, like, Katana Zero? Like Hotline Miami but side on, that kind of thing? Because I can see that. No, look, we're friends. I'm helping you. See? You don't... Yeah, see? I don't know why I did a much better job of doing that with a... say, self-aligned blade, but yeah, cool. I'll take it. An effigy of a monk reclining on a sacrificial altar. A deep groove bisects its chest. The monk's face looks almost exactly like the custodian. The inscription reads, "Only when thy friend is sacrificed, when his cries fill the air, will the great doors be opened to thee." Actually, that's a good point. I should probably go back and say hello to that guy at some point. If I'm remembering the game rightly, Katana Zero does that thing that all games like that should do, which is it shows you your completed run at full speed without any of the HUD elements. Because, like, if you've seen high level / high skilled play in stuff like that or Hotline Miami, again, it's an insane thing to watch. It's fantastic. As further proof of the heresy within this dark cathedral, a table bears arcane documents. Diagrams and sigils pertaining to demonic craft are scattered across the recently used table. This shelf appears to be recessed into the wall, not quite as flush as the others, almost as if it could slide inward. Incidentally, I don't know that we really have much place to talk about heresy and devilry, because, again, in Sanity Blade, I'm just saying, we are also invoking the dark arts to, like, heal magic, and all that sort of stuff. It's fine. Empirical Woodland, of the games that you mentioned, Party Hard I liked, less so. Oh, here we go. Tucked into a niche within the wall, a stone tablet is found. I hope you guys like the word Pargon, because we're going to hear the word Pargon an awful lot during the rest of this playthrough. By adding Pargon runes to a spell, it can be powered up, intensifying its effect. I don't like the sounds of that. Torn diary page has been placed on the shrine. I didn't like Party Hard quite as much as Hotline Miami because it's a lot more... It's a lot slower and more methodical, as opposed to Hotline Miami's boot down the door and go. Just figure it out. Actually, let's read that diary page, because I'm fairly sure we need to do that to progress. The Diary of Brother Andrew, page 3. With a shudder, my heart turned to ice. I came to the brutal realization that the entire order were heretics, and that I was in incredible jeopardy. Who knows how long they had kept their dark secret, masquerading as custodians of the Hand of Jude, when in fact they guarded that damnable relic, the essence of the unholy Zelotath, and used it to lure potential victims to their hideous sacrifice. I felt sick, and despite my faith, I felt intense fear and hopelessness. I know that I must escape this place before they suspect my knowledge. I must warn the world and notify the real Inquisition of their presence. Knowing death is just around the corner, and fearing every moment, I commit these words to paper. Augustine will find this book. I will remove certain pages and hide them, so that all who may follow might discover the truth before it is too late. I'm just imagining the thing now. Well, gee, Paul, why does your spell have 2 paragons? Anyway, now we have found that thing we needed to find. Now we can go back and call the custodian, and presumably everything will be fine. Don't even worry about it. We can just leave. The Jaded Muse says they've been playing a game called Deadbolt. How does Deadbolt go? How does it compare to games of a similar style? It only said games of its ilk. Pretty sure that's grammatically correct. But I chickened out halfway through saying it. And now I said it with the qualifier that I don't think it's right. So even if I am wrong, I'm still right. Not too shabby. Oh, do you know what? When it says I can't save because there's a monster nearby, there's still a zombie up on that balcony. Which would mean that this is a consistent map. I never knew that. If that is the case. That's really cool, actually. How about that? I've learned something. I've learned several things. We've learned about crossbows. And we've learned about the video game Deadbolt. We've learned about Pargon. That's very important as well. I feel like that was just spiteful, I'll be honest. I didn't need to take that guy down. It's fine. Alright, let's go call our friend and do that stuff I just said. Everything being fine, etc, etc. Oh, he's still here. Hi.
Brother Andrew suspected Augustine all along. I managed to find remnants of his journal, and it all points to Augustine's involvement with a paganistic cult operating inside the cathedral.
Aye, the cathedral's dark secret has been uncovered. I too suspected this, but was too afraid to act. Augustine himself is a heretic.
He has covered his tracks well, claiming that the sacred relic, the Hand of Jude, was stored here. He had those who came to see it murdered. The Hand of Jude never existed.
And with that realization, the trap closes, brother. My days here are numbered. I awoke to find this cruel dagger placed upon my pillow this morn. It can only mean one thing. I know too much, and they are moving to silence me. I can only hope that what little faith I have left is enough to save my soul. Please, take this thing away from me. Its very sight troubles me to no end. May your faith protect thee, Brother Luther, for that's all you have.
I don't know, man. I got like a cool sword. I got Manta Rock. He's pretty cool. I wonder, can we go back and see that guy? Oh, no, he's just gone. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, Wales, I know. I've heard horror stories of the app and its refusal to work on things. Thank you for coming back and continued lurking. It's appreciated very much. Oh, hi. That's fine. I can take that kind of a hit. It's just those big three-headed guys we don't like. Right! I'm also fairly sure that I can just rush to the end now. I'm also sure that I'm misremembering something. I seem to remember at this point monks like came out of the pews and he had to fight them off. Maybe I'm thinking of a different chapter. I know that we come back here eventually. these guys knew the trick. Get me in a tight corridor because I can't do anything in there. Oh, hi, I saw you. Beep Salt, hello. I absolutely agree with you. That's the bit that I'm thinking. I think it's field nurses and not monks. Same basic premise, though. And it should just be a fairly straight forward walk to the exit now. Hi. Was Paul shrinking in that last map? It looked like he was shrinking. Maybe I'm seeing things. As before, mind games. There is no way that worked. But I'll take it. Just sneak up on that guy. That's fine. Now this is your skill check for the area. This is making sure that you have all the spells and the power circle and the power rune, because we can't get through this damage field just without them. So, it will be one of those. I think it's a little bit cheap that you have to rediscover every spell in its 5-point form. Because, like, it's the same as the 3-point form. You just add some power runes in there, but it's fine. It's actually fine. What am I stuck on? There we go. Lying in a pool of his own blood is the Custodian, Paul's only ally in his fight against the darkness. His soul no doubt lingers, fused to the altar on which his life has been taken, watching over his own rapidly cooling corpse. Feeling all hope escape him, Paul's situation is suddenly 1,000 times more desperate than before. Now he is alone. Alone against the darkness.
You are a clever man, Brother Luther. Wanting answers to clarify your new position as fugitive, you seek them out, and this is what you find. Tell me, what does a man such as yourself think of when he finds a viper's nest of heresy? When he finds the very source of corruption?
I think of irony. Irony of what you, masquerading as a member of the Inquisition, stand for. And that you stand for evil.
Evil is merely a perspective which no longer concerns me, Luther. You will be executed in the most painful manner imaginable. After we have broken your frail body and mind in the name of our true Lord, Ulyoth. Come, my children. Feast on this morsel, and let us return to our preparations.
So there's a really subtle character interaction here. Check it out, he's petting the monsters. I really like that. Not entirely sure why. It's like, yeah, these weird bone thieves, they're cute, I guess. Alright, you coming this way? I can see you petting the monsters. But not like the green bandaged up zombies. That I feel like they'd just be sticky. And I don't like that. I'm not super great with certain textures and sticky stuff. No, thank you. That's my health. Could be better. Also, Pius does make a pretty good point right there, in that, like, how would you react if, like, you pick up a book and suddenly you know that there are elder beings kicking around and you can do magic? That would do a number on my worldview. I can't speak to you and yours, but, like, that'd be pretty intense, especially if you're a religious person, like Paul is. Like, yeah, I know, the whole thing, it's wrong. Zolototh, that's where it's at. This door is decorated more than most within the catacombs. Sensing an immense evil behind this door, Paul wonders if the ceremony the monk had mentioned earlier is taking place behind it. Should Paul enter and put an end to the heresy? Yes. We could do this, chat. We've got a sword, we've got an impressive magic bar. We got this. It's a pretty good soundtrack as well. I do like choral work in, like, in a horror setting. A little cliche, perhaps, but I like it.
This is the one that seeks to do combat with me.
Your task, my liege and greater guardian, is to guard this place. Do not worry about this worm. His kind yelps in terror at the sight of your mightiness. We will dispose of him ourselves.
Place, then I will do it as I see fit. Be gone, leave me, and I will guard the artifact as you have instructed.
That's a pretty cool line. I will do it as I see fit, and I like that you don't even get a chance. Game's like, nah. Nah, you're not winning this one. I saw how you did against that red horror. Nah, mate. A note from Edward. How about that? Well, I am actually going to be back in a couple seconds because, I'll tell you why. Back in just 1 second. See, that was pretty quick. That's why I didn't feel like throwing to the BRB screen. It's incredibly dark in my flat all of a sudden. So, I went and turned the light on. Ilana Ray, that's a pretty good joke. I am very begrudgingly going to give you a thumbs up for that one. That's great. I like that. The note reads, "My dearest Alex, I am glad that you have followed my paper trail thus far. I knew I could depend on you. This will be the hardest part of your journey. Look for the 88 keys to continue your journey into the past. Your loving grandfather, Edward." It is past 8. You're quite right, Beep Salt. I'm just used to it being light until like 10 o'clock at night, because what are the seasons? But it's one of those things, I hadn't noticed it going dark, it just suddenly was, you know? This is fine though. I'm gonna go and find... I know what I need to do. Well, there we go. The clue is we have to find 88 keys, which is like the old riddle for finding a piano. Seeing the piano stirred up the distant recollections of Paul Luther's story within Alex's mind. The echoes of those notes within the cathedral echo also within her own consciousness. Her hands are drawn to the keys, almost of their own accord. Should Alex play the piano? Yes. I am so glad it presents the sheet music, because my goodness, I could not remember how it goes. I also like that Alex plays roughly the same musical motif that Paul did. That's great.
Who are you?
I am your lord and conqueror.
What manner of forsaken being are you?
So, you can see me in my true form. You are a gifted man. Take this one and use him as the foundation for the pillar. He is special and should be given a special place among the suffering.
This isn't the suffering, this is eternal darkness. Also, that defeated Knight Templar right there, that was Joseph Desmoulins, a character I mentioned in the previous stream, who was created for the game but got cut when the budget ran out. Presumably that would have been his ending. Just, you've done well, you still lost. Let's read about the Forbidden City, shall we?
Much has been written about the exploits of conquerors. In the context of history, one man's champion is another man's nemesis, hero or murderer. Much has been written, but what has not is far more interesting. The Tome of Eternal Darkness mentions a Venetian artist and architect of the Renaissance named Roberto Bianchi. Roaming abroad to find inspiration, he was captured by a warlord expanding his empire. He forced Roberto to use his architectural and engineering skills to construct a monument to his greatness. To complete his task, he must survey the site.
Don't mind me, just stretching and dropping my controller, it's fine.
Survey the site quickly, dog, and maybe you'll live long enough to see the sacrament's construction. Did you think we would trust you, Bianchi? Even though you are graced with the generosity of our liege, you are still his prisoner.
As I said, finish your work quickly, and maybe we'll drag you out of this hole.
Roberto must survey the ruins of this ancient temple. The rooms he must survey can be found on the map. Only when these areas have been inspected can the construction begin. To be fair, I'm with you. Geography is not my strong suit, so like, in my head, I imagined that we were roughly equivalent. Like, on a roughly equivalent horizontal level. But I guess not. A frantic worker looking for answers to questions that can't be answered. He hopes Roberto is there to save them, and longs to see his family and friends once he escapes. Do I have any weapons? I have a torch. I'll do. It's not much of a one. I hear you. Oh, he's over there. Hi. Surely this would be enough, right? You go to the guards. Can't build here. Basement's haunted. What do you mean basement's haunted? I said basement's haunted. Also, I can't fight that guy. I believe these guys are canonically soaking wet. And all we have is a torch, so that's not going to do a great deal of damage. At the very least, they'll just feel somewhat clammy. And we don't want that. Okay, so you can tell that you're in an area that you need to survey, partially because it's on the map in the book, or the menu, I should say, but also because the ceiling is crumbling. The structure around here shows signs of stress. It is far from sound. Perhaps with some reinforcement, it might be able to suit the requirements of the monument. And that cool little flyover shows that we've done our job here, and we can continue onwards. Oh, here we go. Here's a weapon. Give me that. An old scythe. We'll keep hold of that. Timbo, yes, this is me playing it on a GameCube. Hang on a second. Can I just bring this up to my microphone? Yeah, sounds like a crab battle. Just the way I like it. Maybe I should have equipped my sword before pulling this lever. I don't know. Equip weapon, then fight zombie. It seems like a rational, sensible thing to do. So we saw a little bit of this in the... I think the last time we went to the temple. The red zombies can regenerate. So, like, yes, you can take off heads and limbs, but it doesn't matter. It's only a temporary thing. And Timbo, no, this is my... I don't know what number playthrough it is, but we're playing through on a 100% save file. So there's something else coming at some point in the game that's a secret. But yes, this is... Yeah, see, it's a flesh wound. They get better. So yeah, we're gonna get the special thing, because this is my full save file, which kind of shows one of the benefits of just saving data from ages and ages ago. I was genuinely surprised to find that I still had this on my memory card. It's great. A crossbow sits atop the ledge. Let's collect that. Aw, Ella, look at you, saying nice things. It's nice we can put the rivalry aside for a while. Yeah, I knew this was one of the rooms. Where are you? Dust and rock falls from the roof through a fault in the stone. It is difficult for Roberto to assess how sturdy the place is, but it needs a lot of reinforcement if it is to be built upon. Yes, Ella, a short while. We'll be making national rivalry jokes soon. It's fine. Empirical Woodland has redeemed a compliment. You'll excuse me if I get out of this screaming hallway before I do that. Here's a nice thing about you, just cacophony of screams in the background. My compliment is, I really like how you are incredibly knowledgeable about a number of topics that may not... I only got one crossbow bolt. The hell is that? You're incredibly knowledgeable about a number of topics, notably history. In particular, when I've come and watched you stream... I forget the name of the game. I want to say it was Hearts of Iron. You've just explained, hey, here's what the Spanish were doing at this point in history. And it's incredibly entertaining to watch and to listen to. I don't want to go down the corridor. I want to go up the ladder. There we go. Oh no. I don't like the look of that. So, what I'm going to do... I'm going to bravely run away. I can't, I'm stuck! I'm going to steal the summon zombie spell. Which is, what do you know, the summon creature spell, but with extra power behind it. And then I'm going to run away. It was the last thing that I saw you streaming, which was like... We changed history. Like, Amelia Earhart succeeded in her journey, or something along those lines. Antobot Magamore. New spell, one of those.
Enter by heart on seldom pardon.
So, because we used some power runes in this one, we have a slightly stronger sword. Are you gonna summon a trapper? Oh, you jerk. You could have not done that. This is fine. Do I need to top up on anything? I do not. So let's go. Fine, we'll take a diversion. Yes, because I then went on to lament that Zeppelins aren't a thing, and you told me that they are. And I know that they are, but they're not like... Not like a mass transit system. That'd be cool. I want to go on a blimp. All right, round 2. Let's try that again. There we go. So my understanding with Zeppelins is partially, yes, they are slow, but partially the Hindenburg disaster. And fair enough, because look at it. But that by itself was enough to make people go, let's not do that. That's really dangerous. There is a horror coming right towards me, and I don't know what kind. So let's just... Leroy Jenkins, let's go! Oh, come on. Paul was able to do it quicker than this. And he had no combat experience. He was just Colonel Campbell. There we go. Are you gonna try it? Another worker's corpse. This time slashed from behind as he ran from his attacker, hoping for escape. What did that zombie possibly hope to accomplish by going over there? Tell me this, chat. He just served as a warning unto others. That's what that was. You see, this goes back to my compliment. You see what I mean about this guy being really good at history and just knowing stuff? I need to introduce you to my IRL history friend. The two of you would get along very, very well. Although crumbling in places, the structure of this area could be braced to provide enough of a foundation for the monument. Is that a glowy thing on the desk? It might be. Why has everyone turned to face me? I don't like that! Do I have... I do. Right, bear with me just a second, because this is something else. Naruto, Kath, and Redcomb. This is something else that I keep forgetting to do. And now that I've remembered to do it, I'm gonna show it off. 5-point reveal. Right. Cast a 5-point reveal invisible spell with the dominant Elder God. And I believe it is down this here ladder. Yes, it is. If you do that, you get to find this guy, a sapphire effigy. That is something that will help us a little later on in the game. It's also something that I keep forgetting is there. Much like with the Manta Rock rune. I'm like, I know it's around here somewhere, as I'm at the end of the game, having not done it. Right, let's keep going. I'm fairly sure I'm completely off in the weeds, because what I need to do is to go over here and reactivate this trap. We did get the summon zombie spell after all. Oh, I don't have enough magical energy to do that. Well, letdown. Ravaged corpses litter the room. Their flesh has been devoured in places, and decomposition has already set in. How much magic do I need? Let's just pace around in circles until I think I have enough. There we go. Okay. So, zombies work basically the same as they do when they are enemies. But in this case, we just needed to wander over here. Which will reopen this doorway over here. Can I go through this one? Oh, I can. Of course I can. Is that the one I just came from? Yes, it is. I thought that I was going to go through the door down here, but obviously that door's been blocked off. Streamer brain. It's very real, you guys. Something that I like about the Guardians is that they change the color of the mist so you know what you're gonna, like, you know what you're going up against. Is that a trapper? Yes, it is. Let's get rid of you. So because we have this horrible red mist, we know that we just need to go and equip the blue sword. And we can do more damage that way. I don't like the look of that spell. That's a horror spell. You can get out of here with that. I'm also pretty sure I don't need to fight this guy, but, you know, it's here. I feel like I should. Especially since I'm not going to do a great job of running past him. This is fine. Let's just keep going. This is fine. I don't need to deal with you. You've come across this particular corridor, remember it?
Or be struck down where you stand.
Who? What?
I am the guardian of this temple, the Forbidden City. None shall enter except the chosen. Speak. You are the chosen. For many years I have tested those who came here, and all have failed. You are unaffected by the power I wield, and thus must surely be the chosen.
I?
Once I was as you were, confused and without answers. Yet they came in time. Now my duty is complete. I can finally rest. My sacrifice was not in vain.
A friend of mine has posed a question about Karim. And it's actually a pretty good one, and I'm wondering if anyone present will have an answer to this one. How did he know to come and get the essence? Like, the princess or whoever she was told him to come and get it, but how was it known that it was here? Was she pious in another disguise, sending him to his doom or to go and collect it? We don't know. Roberto can feel the acidic touch of the artifact's magic reaching towards him. Using a shred of cloth from his robes to shield his hands, he retrieves the hovering artifact. And a ruby effigy. We found that as Karim. The room appears to be an incredibly ancient shrine to the ancients. Don't you use the same word twice in a sentence like that. That is bad writing. That's your tip from me. As noted in the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Could this be what Roberto's captor seeks to preserve with his monument? Like, sometimes you can't help it, using the same word multiple times in a sentence, with things like a, or the, or just little bits like that. An ancient shrine to the ancients, that's just clunky. That doesn't sound great. Alright, let's go. Creepy corridor round 2. This is actually fine, because, as previously mentioned, we can use this to just recover our sanity. We go in when it's green. There we go. Just top that up, and we're fine. We are good to go. I'm gonna leave this room, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to save, because I don't think I'm getting through that roadblock with any degree of ease. And we've gone through a lot to get here. Do I have another one of those? I can do another one of those. Oh hey, this is where I was the last time I played this game. Oh, and I can tell you exactly why I stopped playing this game at this point. Okay. There's a particular chapter that Beep Salt mentioned just now. I think that's the next one. And let me tell you, that chapter is some garbage. This is also fine, because check it out. Now I can top up my magic. If I keep saying that I meant to get trapped, then it's fine. And I can't be blamed for it. Alright. Away we go. Perhaps you can enlighten me on this one, Empirical Woodland. I have, in the past, had a friend tell me that actually the Hindenburg disaster was fine. Like, it looks pretty terrible, but all things considered, most people just kind of walked away. I'm going to, I think I'm just going to recover some health. Don't mind me. Absorb. Area. That's not the spell I wanted to do. It was... Absorb Self, I think. I have to say, I also like... You okay there, Roberto? I mean, I'm guessing not, because the horror's beyond comprehension, but, you know, we're good, we're fine. I love that there is infighting, and I love that these monsters will prioritize attacking one another before attacking me. Don't look at that. Do the finishing move, please. I don't think I can. I think I'm stuck. Am I going to get comboed? Nope. Good. Good. Good, 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 good. Look at me running it back. I know what I'm doing. Pro gamer. I know what I'm doing. I am always a fan of when games include infighting among the monsters. Especially when the game is able to justify it in some way. I think I need to power up that Reveal Invisible spell. There it is. And one of my go-to examples for like monster infighting is bull squids and head crabs in Half-Life. Bit of background storytelling, because it suggests that they were predator and prey on Zen. Or, how's this one? Pyramid Head will always prioritize attacking lying figures over James.
I can't take this anymore.
And there's like one room in the game where this happens.
Alex, you have a stronger mind than this. I didn't bring up a weakling, not a scared wretch of a girl.
You kept all this from me. You kept me alone. You shared nothing with me.
I couldn't. I could never give you the burden. I just wanted you to grow up. To grow up and leave me alone. Why couldn't you have been killed with your parents? This can't be happening!
But yeah, there's like one room in Silent Hill 2 where where Pyramid Head and lying figures exist together, and you have to do a bit of kiting, but yeah, he will always attack them instead of you. It's pretty great. Now then, where is my spell list? Pardon me a second while I save, because this next bit is a little tricky. Shield. So, a little hard to see because we've got the green tint to the screen. This area of the floor is covered with that horrible yellow magic we've been seeing here and about, and it will attack us as we go through. So you need to equip a 5-point shield spell, and you'll just about have enough time to run through and get to the end. And I believe this is actually the end of the chapter. Nice. That thing is in pieces. That's how wood works. That definitely didn't just snap into position on the bridge. It's fine. I always feel like that's a really anticlimactic fight. Like, because these giant worm monsters get this big dramatic intro and then you just swat them away. Nah. Go away. The dilapidated roof appears to be collapsing in several areas, and will need a lot of reinforcement. The workers will have a daunting task ahead of them. Roberto has completed his survey of the complex. Now he can return to the service and report his findings to his captor. Can I interact with this? I don't know what this does. Let's pull it. Oh, it's the exit. Cool. We definitely need to have pulled that lever. Let's recast our shield. Because you'd best believe we've got to run back down this corridor. It also helps to be at full health while you're doing this, because as you can see, Roberto does not run very quickly. So if he was limping, you'd be going half the speed. Not a fan. I wonder how far through this game, this area, the game's gonna make me go before it goes, yeah, you got to the surface, it's fine. I only left some monsters, and they're not in the way, right? I've just realized that I am mixing up portions of the game, because I thought that I had to do a little statue puzzle, but I've already done that. That was what Karim did when he came down to get the essence in the first place. I walked right into that. That's my fault. You all saw it. What do I need? Let's get some health. Are they fighting over there? There's fighting going on over there. Look at that. And bonus, bit of extra sanity. Nice. So something as well that you've seen, the worm monsters did it, that zombie did it, because we have a shield, I believe we are doing damage to the enemies around us. Where is my crossbow? There it is. No. Because we have a shield, we are slowly draining the health of any enemies that get near to us. Perhaps not to any significant degree, but we're doing it. And that's pretty cool. And it's not something you'd normally see with a standard shield spell, which just protects you from attacks. Actually, I believe I can do this one. I can show off the coolest effect, can't I? Yes, I can. Right, reveal invisible, aligned with Mantarok. Become invisible. That's one of my favorite ones. So like there are certain areas of the game you can just stroll through no problem because the monsters can't see you or even hear you, I believe. So crossbow bolts, probably not going to need them because I think I'm just going to leave now, but you know. It's also really good kind of invisible. Look at that. That was spiteful.
And what news do you bring me, Architect?
The foundations are infested. Demons and devils. Many lives will be lost if you try to build there.
You have done well to complete your goal, Bianchi. The construction will continue as planned.
But the demons! You'd be insane to build there.
Silence, dog! What dwells beneath the Forbidden City is the very reason it was built. For you to understand, you must witness it firsthand. Let me educate you. Guards! Put this one with the others of the sacrifice. I am the Scourge of God, appointed to chastise you, since no one knows the remedy for your iniquity except me. You are wicked, but I am more wicked than you, so be silent.
I believe that is a quote from
now you
a massive conqueror. Attila said that, or Genghis Khan said that. One of them said that. Also, this is what my friend Light Bunny refers to as the Pillar of Dead and Dying Things. I don't know why, but that name has always stuck with me. And would you look at that? That brings us up to the 3-hour mark. That's usually what I call my streams. Planescape Torment, the quest to update your journal. Also, yes, September is still going on. We are 20-something subs in. I'm quite proud of that. I believe the next thing we do is go over here. Should Alex try to survey the area? Yes, she knows how to do that, because she's just lived through Roberto's experiences of surveying the temple. How about that? An unseen force guides Alex's hand towards the painting, compelling her to look behind it. She reaches out and pulls back the painting, and discovers a chapter page hidden behind it. Should Alex retrieve the chapter page? Yes. A sense of familiarity overcomes her, and as the chapter page comes to her fingers, so does her realization that Roberto's spirit is aiding her. Yep, that is exactly the point where I stopped playing the game last time.
The Black Guardian grows restless, my liege. Its hunger increases, and the binding continues to weaken. We feed it flesh, but I fear it will not guard the relic too much longer.
There is no choice in the matter. It must remain and guard the artifact until the time of planetary alignment. After that, the Guardian may return to its lair. Our master does not like failure. It is imperative to keep the binding intact.
Then we have to find more flesh and bone.
So, couple things. To answer Empirical Woodland's statement, and also my own, 33 subs! I am amazed! I'm also going to save my game. There we go. See? Same save point, but this one's slightly longer, because I've been walking around and talking and explaining stuff, and not just skipping through the cutscenes. And we will come to specifically why I didn't complete this next chapter in the next stream, when I hopefully do complete it. So let's go to my end screen. There we go. Hello, everybody. Does anybody have any suggestions for whomst we might raid today? I'm very tempted to go back to Fartnock Life for Us, because we came in right at the end of their stream last time. And I felt a little bad. I was like, hi, oh, you're done. So, yeah, if anybody has any other suggestions, we'll consider that. But otherwise, let's go say hello to them. I think that's going to be saying hello to them. So, let's go say hi to Fartnock Life for Us. As a reminder, they use they, them pronouns. Let's be nice and respectful with that. Let's give them loads of support. Let's hype up their stream and go say hi. You're very welcome. It was nice to play the game. I enjoy playing this game. I enjoy streaming. Come back Wednesday and Thursday for Breath of Fire 4. Finishing off Smash Bros. I hope on Friday. Yeah, I need a good way to end these sentences. Let's just get this raid going. So please join us for the next stream, and until next time, goodbye.